Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. This week is going to be all about the requests. I've gotten a few of them. Today we're going to be playing a scenario called The Coven. I think that's the one right there by Skymrate, unless there's another one. It's always kind of hard to tell if you don't tell me the name of the author. I think this is it. Okay. This is based on Grizzleheim from the game Wizard 101. Good lord, I have not played that in a very long time. Huh, you're a virus that wishes to bring about the Everwinter and awaken the Titan. However, to accomplish this, you need a specific creature. Sentient, large ravens. Biologically, this would be too difficult and would require more energy than a raven usually has. Yet, a human has more energy and workability, making them the perfect candidate to infect and transform into your raven slaves. Will you succeed in making humanity into raven slaves and wake the Titan and cause the Everwinter praise Pravus? Alright. My knowledge of the subject matter is going to be lacking a little bit. I played Wizard 101 when I was like, I don't know, 13 or 14, only because my sister started getting into it, and that was the only MMO my parents let us, like, try out for like a month, just like a free trial. It was a big deal that my parents let us try that, okay? MMOs were like the thing that absorbed your life. My dad played MMOs all the time, and he knew how absorbing they were, so we weren't allowed to touch them. But then we played that, and then my dad looked at it, and he's like, Wizard 101, what is this? It's like, if you want to play an MMO, just play World of Warcraft. Do something respectable. And thus, my descent into World of Warcraft began. Anyway, ATP boost Darwinist, Aquastatic Streamophile, and Symptostasis for a virus all seem fine. We're not going to play on Mega Brutal. Polymorphy. I thought that little dash was an L for a minute. Polymorphy. Welcome to the Coven scenario. I apologize if I ever misspell anything. I just suck at it. This is my first actual scenario, but I would love any criticism. Leave them in the comments or make a video listing them all. Thanks for subscribing to The Coven. All you have to do is infect everyone after involving the complete transformation symptom, which you get by evolving every symptom. Okay, so if we do every symptom and then infect the world, we win. Got it? Okay, we start in Norway. Why Norway? I don't know. Transmissions. We start off with saliva, air, water, insects, blood, and birds. Nope, ravens. Ravens become susceptible. It's the same thing, though. Okay, so it's the same normal transmissions, just rearranged slightly. Also saliva, okay? Symptoms, we start off with begin polymorphing. The virus sticks to blood cells to constantly morph the host in the near future. Sorry, consistently morph the host. This does nothing to your stats, but it unlocks the rest of the symptoms. All right, let's unlock them. Eye melanin increase. Increases the amount of melanin your eyes produce, making people's eyes have colors like dark red, navy blue, deep black, mold green, and other dark colors. I don't know, sandalwood, sage, sunset. I don't know, some weird... Why do people feel the need to, like, throw some sort of a weird adjective to every color? Mold green and so on, you know? I mean, how about why not abyss black? Yeah, you get my point, though. Colors are colors. They don't have to have silly marketing adjectives that go before them. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Head deformation reforms the skull to have more raven-like shape. Causes headaches, obviously. Very slightly reduces research speed. Head feathers. Black, dark blue, and dark purple feathers sprout throughout the head, face, and the neck. Terrifying. Abilities. We have cold, heat, and drug resistance, and the viral instability. Nothing new there. So, we started off in Norway. I believe that is a humid area. Yes, it is. So we'll go for some water transmission, since I can't really use the insects or the air for anything at this point. And we don't have any urban or wealthy or cold transmission, so... yeah, Grizzleheim's going to be a little bit awkward. Norway has been renamed, by the way. Everything else is normal. It's just in this, alternate universe in the year 2018, Norway decided to rename its nation to Grizzleheim. Again, I know nothing about the subject matter here. I got as far as whatever the zone is that has kind of like a clockwork feel, And you start wearing, instead of wearing like robes and stuff for your wizard, you're wearing like a top hat and stuff. That's as far as I got. That's all I remember. Before I was like, this is getting kind of hard to play, free to play. You kind of have to start paying some money. And I'm like, screw it, I'm not paying any money. I'm going to play World of Warcraft. And that's exactly what I did. We can go for more saliva. I think I'd rather save up for a bit more water transmission since we're going to have a hard time getting out of Grizzleheim anytime soon. So, since that's the only relevant... I mean, the other thing we could do is start going for some drug resistance at one more point. And maybe that's not even a bad idea. All right, we'll pick that up. Little drug resistance, since Norway apparently has fantastic medical care. Gosh, this is a slow start. It's always a slow start whenever you start in a rich nation like this. 17 DNA, that's what I'm looking for. L-melanin. I-melanin. Gosh, Pravus, just go take a nap. It's not my fault to be fair, I've been recording for like 6 hours today. So I'm a little bit on the tired side. I just took a little break, watched some Supernatural with my wife, and now my voice is recharged just enough to do this, but it turns out my brain is not. So it's not my fault. If I sound stupid or I make mistakes, sue me. We don't need cold resistance, though heat resistance would be nice, but it probably would be better to save up for some more drug resistance since we are in Europe and that is a very difficult place to expand out of. Rib deformation has begun. Okay, that is right here. Reforms the ribs to be smaller and more protective of the organs, also causing the spine to slouch over a little, giving less stature. Very painful and obvious. Spine deformation deforms the spine to bend down, making it imposable, instead of impossible, to stand up straight painlessly. Isn't too obvious because people assume it's just from being on computers all day, because when you've been sitting on a computer for hours at a time, you know, it's just normal for people to turn into a hunchback. That's completely normal and fine. No one would be suspicious of that at all. I'm being a little bit facetious there, aren't I? It's okay. It's fine. So yeah, what's the point of turning people into ravens? What's the Titan? What is all this? I'm sure somebody in the comments section would probably be happy to enlighten me. I do still read that stuff, by the way. Anyway. So the requests that I've gotten for this particular week are going to be pulled from the Discord stuff, and I also did get one email request. I want to just reiterate something. Please do not send emails to me requesting certain scenarios. That is supposed to be for business use only. It's not really, this is not exactly a business thing, it's just a request. The best way to get a hold of me, if you have a scenario that you want me to try out, either you made it or you really liked it or something, best thing to do, go to the Discord channel, send me a direct message. I'm not always appearing online, but I'm often lurking in the Discord channel invisible just because I'm not in the mood to talk. But it'll happen. I check that at least twice a week. So best way to get a hold of me if that's what you're looking for. Torso and tail feathers. Black, dark blue, and dark pebble feathers sprout all over the chest, back, lower torso, and even sprout tail feathers. Very severe. Not sure that I want that at the moment. Let's start going for some air transmission since we are starting to get around via planes. And we will be getting through the arid regions pretty soon here. Now, we have a pretty hefty amount of severity at this stage, so we're getting a good amount of DNA. Extreme bioaerosol should be more than enough to handle things. What we do need is some heat resistance, so we can spread faster in places like Africa, since that's clearly not going very well right now. All right, so he's gotten all deformed. Now we have beak deformation. Deforms the skull and mouth area to create a beak. Very painful and obvious, causes bleeding. Accepted thoughts. Infected believe that this is the next step in human evolution, even though it's clearly not. Though, greatly reduces cure research speed, greatly reduces my severity. I definitely don't want that. I want more points. DNA. That's what the game is about. Pick up the DNA points. We do need to go for all of the symptoms at some point, though. Let's go for permanente retinal dilation. Makes the eyes permanently dilate, causing the eye to become one solid color. Eye shape reformation. Reforms the part of the skull that holds the eye to have a more rounded, diagonal, corner square shape. That's a mouthful right there. So bit by bit, everyone's turning into giant raven people. And I'm not going to ask anymore why. It just, I will accept that I will probably never know the answer to that question. But, oh well, let's go for some insects. We could go for birds, but I don't need it. Let's go for some more heat transmission resistance. And from here on out, I think we worry about just getting our symptoms up and running. We shouldn't be missing much in terms of islands, just the Philippines now, which I think we are in now. Perfect, done, done, done. Okay, so we're in, I think, almost every nation. Chrysalis? Chrysalis? Morocco has been renamed to Chrysalis. Why? Is there another, like, hidden story thing there that I don't know about? Grizzleheim and Chrysalis. Grizzleheim and Chrysalis. Let's go for wings and feet. Deforms arms and hands into wings with feathers the same color as the body. What color would that be? You wouldn't say that it's black, dark blue, and dark purple, would you? Their feet also deform to create crow-like feet. Crow's feet. Terrifying. All right, we're getting plenty of DNA. Let's go for the accepted thoughts. Cultish gatherings. The Coven gets together globally with the goal of infecting the rest of the world, greatly increasing infectivity. Cultish sabotage. The Coven throws out all cure research as possible, greatly decreases current and future cure efforts. Belief in the Ice Titan. Infected now believe in the Ice Titan, will sacrifice anyone who doesn't. I played as Fire and Death, personally, but I guess Ice is a thing, too. Everwinter plans. Coven members now plan to wake the Ice Titan to bring the Everwinter. The virus now works better in cold climates. May require sacrifices. Total cure destruction. Makes it impossible for any cure research to happen. I'm a little concerned that we're going to run out of DNA points. Because we have to pick up every symptom. Is that what you said? All right, no cure. Complete Coven transformation. Oh, you don't have to actually get every symptom, you just have to get these. Got it. Everyone infected is now part of the Coven and are attempting to awaken the non-existent Ice Titan to bring the Everwinter. Wait, it's non-existent? Then what was the point this whole time? Clearly, the ability to turn humans into bird people has been completely fine. That's real. But the Ice Titan? That never exists. That's a myth. Only a child would believe in something like that. There's the complete transformation. All right. From human to Coven Raven has completed. Win condition. Now we just need to infect everybody else. And every country has been infected, so that should not take long. We're still getting a ton of DNA. I don't know what I was worried about. We're fine. Digestive reformation. New bird-like body, excruciatingly painful and obvious. Respiratory reformation, excruciatingly painful. Again, with the excruciatingly, I mean, well, it's a good word. Excruciating is an amazing word. It's great. The Romans invented that whole thing, but still. All right, we're going to go for the complete physical transformation. Some people are going to die. Well, wait, no. I thought that this was giving me, I thought that was going to give me some lethality, but it did not actually happen. Wait, this has been named too. Zafaria. What? What is all this? What is this nonsense? All right, let's just reset the cure a little bit. Not that the cure was much of a threat in this particular scenario. We did A-okay. Only 136 million dead. Success! You have transformed all of humanity into ravens and are now attempting to cause the Everwinter for a non-existent Ice Titan. Oh well, so sad. Too bad. Congratulations. All right, the world is now completely raven. No humans exist on Earth. 612 days. Only reason that took so long is because when you start in a wealthy nation like Norway / Grizzleheim, it does tend to get a pretty slow start. But otherwise, 2 stars, 43,246 points is not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it's not a really bad scenario. Yeah, there's some typos and grammar and stuff like that that it could use some fixing. And maybe a little bit more variation in how you describe things instead of describing the same color palette or excruciatingly painful and obvious several times. You know, you can probably find some different ways to do it, but that's nitpicking. That's not really a big deal. In terms of the scenario itself, its balance is not that bad. I suspect that the author may have increased the amount of DNA you get just to kind of help balance it a little bit more, but overall, yeah, no, it's a perfectly fine scenario. I just don't know anything about the subject matter. My experience in Wizard 101 is extremely low. By itself, though, it still stands pretty well. So I'll go ahead and say that, yes, I liked it. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.